Hello, my name is Wendy and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you two finished garments that I've made. I haven't been doing much sewing lately because when I started sewing at the beginning of the year, I was just so obsessed with it. It was all I wanted to do and I felt like I was neglecting the household chores a bit. So and I've also had a wedding to go to and hen do's and things like that. So I've only made two things since my last video, which I'm going to show with you, and I've also got some new fabrics and some patterns, McCall's patterns. So the first thing that well, not the first thing, but the latest thing that I have made is this pattern from Simplicity. I think this was probably one of the first patterns I ever bought when I started sewing at the beginning of the year. So it's Simplicity S9467 and it's very, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I just absolutely love it. You can either have it with or without a collar, so you can have like a grandad collar. You can have little ruffles here at the front and ruffles at the back. You can have a long cuff or a short cuff. And I made a bit of a mishmash of everything, to be honest. I just picked the sleeves I liked, picked the collar that I liked, picked the cuffs that I liked, which I guess is what you can do. So this is what I made. This here, I made it from a poly cotton. This poly cotton is from Pound Fabrics. And I think it was dirt cheap. So I did it with the grandad collar here. And I did the little ruffles at the front, and I've got the ruffles all along the back as well. I did use the big poofy sleeves, but they were too poofy, so I had to end up taking them in, so I might as well just not bothered. And I used the shorter cuff. So I'm just a little bit disappointed with it because this material is just too stiff for it. The poly cotton doesn't really sort of, it doesn't drape, it's sort of like quite stiff, and it makes it look quite smock toppy. But you know, I think this was ridiculously cheap from Pound Fabrics, and I'm wondering if it was actually £1 a metre. So I guess it's a good twirl. I have worn it a few times and washed it a few times to see if it will sort of like soften up and drape better, but it doesn't really. So never mind. It won't put me off. I would like to make the pattern again because I do think it's a really pretty, charming pattern, if that's such a thing. Oh, and the buttons. Now, does anybody do this? When you have an old shirt and you go to chuck it away, you cut all the buttons off. Is that an age thing? My mum always had. It was like an old tobacco tin. It didn't have tobacco in it, but it had buttons in it. I just obviously, yeah, squirreled that. So these buttons actually came off of a different shirt which I was chucking out. So so that's that one. That's that there. The second thing that I made is from Burda 6023. This is probably my favourite pattern ever. I've already made the dress before, and I've made the top before, so I've made the dress again, and I made the dress for a wedding, the one that I've been quite busy with. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with myself that I made this dress for a wedding. I think I looked flipping marvellous. So this is it here. The material is from Minerva, and isn't it just beautiful? Love the fabric, love it. So it's navy background with these like tropical turquoise and pink sort of corally coloured flowers. I just love it. I just love it. It just, the shape of it just fits me so well, and it's really easy to make as well. So this is what I made. The fabric was from Minerva. It was on offer at the time. and I had some other sort of like discount, and all in all this dress cost me 30 quid. So I thought that was blooming marvellous, and I love it. I love it. And I thought it was very appropriate for a wedding, and I've worn it since, and I just love it. I just love it. I love it. I love the pattern and I love the fabric, and I used 3 meters of material, and I just about got away with it because I did make a bit of a mistake on one side of the bodices. I hadn't put a new needle in my sewing machine, and I went to put the dart in and it pulled a thread and it just went all the way up there. So schoolgirl error there. Always make sure you use a new needle, especially if you're making a special garment. So that's the other thing that I made. So they're the only 2 things that I've made throughout this whole time. So that's that. So now on to the good bits. Oh, God. Right, so first of all, let's go on to the patterns first. Minerva had 50% off their McCall's patterns for a period of time in October, so I thought, right, jump on it and get myself some patterns. So this is what I have bought. So they were half price. They should have been £13.50, and they were all £6.75. So you have to get them, don't you, when they're that price. So this, I've had my eye on this for ages. This is McCall's M8285. And it's a button-down dress. Or you can have it as a top or a tiered top, or sleeveless top. You can have it with or without a collar, so you can have a collar or a grandad style there. And I just think that's just a really on-trend pattern. I just think that's really good. So I just pop the old images there. Oh, this squeaky chair, I still haven't got it sorted out. I did squirt a bit of WD-40 up it, but it didn't work. So that's all the little line drawings there. So that's that one. Now this was just a bit random. So this is a pyjama set. This is McCall's M8056, and it includes pyjama bottoms, pyjama top, and you can't really sort of see it on this picture because it's the pattern's very busy, but there's also like a dressing gown there as well. So again, if I show you on the back, you can see you've got the dressing gown, the pants, and the top, which you can either have short sleeved or long sleeved. So I have been looking for a sort of like a pyjama-y and a dressing gown, a robe pattern. So when I saw this, it was like the robe pattern and the pyjama set. £6.75. Now this is another one, because it was £6.75. I thought, right, take a punt, take a chance on it. This is McCall's M7729, and it is like, it is what I would call a denim jacket pattern. I'd love to make something like that. Ooh, yeah, I think that would be great. And you can have it longer, shorter. They have like a crop version here. Yes, not for me. I'll be having it very low. I just love it. So I took a chance on that one. That was lovely. And then finally, the final pattern that I bought is McCall's M6173, and it's just leggings. Now I wear leggings probably nearly every day, and sometimes I don't wear the most let's say they're sort of bargain leggings. You know what it's like when they go a bit thin on the backside and you bend over and you can see your drawers underneath. It's not nice, is it? So this has got different designs there. That's either a little split there, or it might be a zip. And you've got a ruched effect here. And oh, has that one got a fly? Oh, I'm not sure. So what I would like is recommendations for the type of material that I should use. I'm assuming it's obviously going to have to be some sort of jersey material, but please put me in the right direction. I haven't sewn with a jersey or a stretchy fabric. Do I need to use a different needle? I've only got a basic machine. I don't have an overlocker. Do I have to have a different needle, a different foot? What sort of fabric do I need? I don't want anything that's dead thin like t-shirty, which is going to be, but I want something quite substantial that maybe will hold you in a bit and sort of not be see-through enough that you can see your knickers underneath. So suggestions on a postcard, please, and if you couldn't mind putting your comments down below. Fab, thank you very much. So that's my 4 patterns from Minerva. They had 50% off. So going back to the pyjamas, I have been looking through my stash to see what could I make, what could I use. Now I bought this glorious cotton poplin, I think it's Rose and Hubble, from Pound Fabrics. Don't think they have it anymore, but I bought this and I've still never used it and I didn't know what to do, so I thought I could make myself some swanky looking pyjamas. And what I like about on the Minerva website is if you go to the pattern, you can see what other makers have made with that pattern. And with this, you can sort of like do little bits of piping on the leg there and piping around that collar bit. And I thought, oh, I could do a contrasting piping in. See these flowers here? They're like a pinky colour. I'll pick something out. It'll either be the gold or the pinky colour here. And another thing which I want to do with my dressmaking sewing going forward is I want to be more perfect, a bit more, not just like whizzing up something quick. And you know, I want to make sure that it's got the extra bits, like a bit of piping in it, which I would probably have missed before, and doing proper cuffs instead of elasticated cuffs, which I just used to do for speed. You know, I want to sort of notch it up a bit, if you like. You know, I want my things to be a lot more put together, if you know what I mean. You know, just a bit more special. I just want to put a bit more effort into it and a bit more yeah, just to make sure that they look really lovely pieces. So that's what I'm going to make my pyjamas out with. So now onto the fabric from Immanuel Fabrics, which is probably my fabric shop crush of the moment. I really do like what they have. They have a Facebook page, which I'll leave a link to down below. And literally they put things on their Facebook. They do have a website as well, but I always buy things from their Facebook page. So they'll put things on and you just literally have to say on the picture of the fabric that they put up, I want 2 meters please, I want 3 meters, and then they'll go through and then they'll add up all your comments and they'll send you an invoice. Anyway, so my favourite fabric is viscose. So all bar one of these fabrics, £2 a metre. Seriously, £2 a metre, and it's the proper wide width one. So look at this. Took a bit of a punt on this one. Didn't really know what it was going to be like. I flipping love it. I absolutely love this. Look at that. It's so soft and drapey and fine. You know, it's not stiff. It's really lovely. So I bought 2 meters of this. I wish now I had bought 3. So I'd quite like to make a dress out of this. Oh, it's so lovely, gorgeous. I mean, really, for £2 a metre, I should have just gone for it, shouldn't I? Oh, isn't it beautiful? It is so beautiful. It's lovely. That's going to make an adorable blouse. I love it. I love it. So that's the first one. This is the next one. It's another they're all viscose. So this one has, it's a navy background, and it has these, they're either white or cream flowers with little peachy flecks in them, little peach accents. How gorgeous is that? I bought 3 meters of this one. 3 meters, £6, £2 a metre. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, that's going to make a beautiful dress. Beautiful dress or a couple of tops. It's just beautiful. Honestly, get yourself onto Immanuel Fabrics. They are such a lovely bunch of people there. They really are. Really, really lovely. So that's them. That's that, should I say. This is another one. This is So My Colour. This is like a sage green with this paisley print. So that's going to make a very lovely blouse too. Lovely. Then we have this. I've got 3 meters of this. And it's a ditzy print. It's a black background and it has lilac, lavender, grey and white flowers on it. What a lovely combo is that? It's a lovely ditzy print. Again, that's going to make, I've got 3 meters, that's enough for a dress. Maybe I'll make another shirred dress. That's just lovely. And then the final piece. Now this was £5 a metre and I've got 3 meters and it's cracking. I love it. I absolutely love it. Look at this. This is viscose. £5 a metre. Isn't that absolutely stunning? And I know what I'm going to make with this. Can you guess? That dress there. That is what I'm going to make with this. It's going to be beautiful. So, as I said, I want to start taking time, spend lots of attention, care, not just knocking something out quick and easy because I'm too impatient to take time over it. I want my pieces to be top-notch, beautiful, well made. I want to feel really proud wearing them, you know. I mean, you know what I mean. So anyway, that's my latest little patterns, fabrics and finished garments. So please let me know what fabric I need for leggings. And obviously the cheaper the better. Because, yeah. But not cheap and nasty, cheap and good quality, if you know what I mean. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed my latest little purchases and finished garments, and take care. Sending you all love. See you soon. Bye.